Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Are you tired of being triggered by everything? Do you feel like you react too strongly or too quickly? In this video, we are going to talk about how to stop being triggered and how to have more control over your reactions. So let's get into it. Now, in my experience and in my opinion, being triggered is not something that's bad. It is just an emotional response that we have when something reminds us of something else that happened in the past that we perceive as being threatening or dangerous. For example, let's say that you were bitten by a dog when you were younger. Now, every time you see a dog, you immediately get scared and maybe even a little bit anxious. That's being triggered. You are reacting to something that happened in the past. Similarly, if you had a traumatic brain injury, for example, and then afterwards you started having issues with memory and concentration. Whenever you start to struggle to remember something or to concentrate, you might feel a sense of panic or fear. Again, that's being triggered. It's your brain reacting to a situation that it perceives as being threatening. But here's the thing, other people's behavior isn't your problem, your reaction is. Let's fix that. The first step to stopping being triggered is to become aware of your triggers. What sets off your anxiety, your anger, your depression? Once you know what your triggers are, you can start to develop strategies to cope with them. There are many ways to do this. One way is to talk to a therapist who can help you explore the root of the issue and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Another way is to read books or articles on the topic or even just search online for helpful videos. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I love to share resources with you guys. I'll leave some links down below for you to check out. Once you've developed a few strategies that work for you, you can start to put them into practice. The next step is to practice self-awareness. This means paying attention to your body's cues and being aware of how your body feels when you're getting triggered. For example, do you feel your heart rate start to increase? Do you feel your muscles tense up? Once you know what it feels like to be triggered, you can start to take steps to calm yourself down. Maybe that's taking a few deep breaths, or maybe that's taking a break from the situation. Whatever it is, find what works for you and practice it. The third step is to challenge your thoughts. When you're being triggered, there's likely a negative thought pattern that's running through your head. Maybe it's "I'm not good enough" or "I'm not smart enough." Identify these thoughts and challenge them. Ask yourself if they're really true or if they're just your mind playing tricks on you. Oftentimes our minds play tricks on us, and we convince ourselves that things are true when they are not. The fourth step is to relax your body. When your body is tense, it can make it hard to think clearly and it can make it more likely that you'll react in a way that you don't want to. So when you feel yourself getting triggered, try to relax your body. Take a few deep breaths and try to calm down before responding. If you need to, excuse yourself from the situation so that you can calm down before saying or doing anything that you might regret. Finally, the fifth step is to forgive. This is probably the hardest one, but it's also the most important. When you forgive, you're letting go of the anger and resentment you're feeling towards yourself or someone else. It doesn't mean that you condone the behavior that triggered you, but you're choosing to move on from it. This can be a difficult process, but it's worth it. Holding on to anger and resentment only hurts you in the end. I hope these tips were helpful. If you found them useful, please leave a comment down below and let me know. And if you're struggling with something specific, please reach out to a mental health professional for help. Remember, you're not alone. There is help available and things can get better. Thank you for watching and take care.